Start.
And start.
Oh my gosh, it just moved my dock again.
Are we live or
Well, we're
no?
gonna be in a second. We probably are now.
Okay. Losing things?
So, I hate to start a stream off by complaining, but OBS, like you have these docks and you have these windows, and they just randomly disappear.
You gotta bring up those docs before we start.
I had them up, and then I was doing something else, and then I went back to it, and they were gone.
Hmm.
So that's my complaint. Now
And
now we can
we
officially
are
start the
live.
stream.
It's
Welcome to
official.
MermFish stream.
Hi. I'm Mermal.
I'm Catfish. I do gaming on the lower portion of the screen, and Mermal up there does art.
I do, and I just finished a prompt that I had been working on for weeks. I guess I can bring that up for everyone to see. I think I'm done with it. I feel like I could work on it forever if I don't just, actually stop. So let me see if I can find it. Open recent. There we go. Whoa. Loud sounds. Okay. So this was the piece that I had been working on for quite a few weeks over the stream. And I had a random prompt from this website that Catfish found that gave me a subject of toaster, a theme of technology versus nature, and then I had colors that I had to use: cream, beige, and burgundy. So this is the final look. I don't think I wanted to add any more flowers and stuff in there. I felt like that was enough. So this was the final look. So I'm starting a new one today.
I'm just jamming to the menu music here. So I'm continuing what I did on Tuesday, which is to play Destruction Derby for the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. And I'm about I think I'm Division 3. So I'm sort of like halfway through the game, if you consider this half. It's one of my favorite games. Can you hear it? Is the sound weird for you?
Yeah, it just completely disappeared, the sound.
You hear nothing?
Okay. Yeah, now I hear it.
Is it good?
Yeah,
It's good.
I think so. Hopefully not too loud for me.
It's good for the other people.
Okay. So this new piece that I'm getting started on, I had a random idea one night when we were going to bed to do a powder blue pigeon with a silver crown, and it's just stuck in my head ever since. So that's what I'm going to be doing.
It's so random, but it sounds cool.
And the odd thing is that I didn't mention this when I originally had the idea because I felt like it was too much to mention. But you know when they do photo shoots, they have that like background thing. I don't what would you call that? It's not a green screen. It's like paper that they pull down and it lays on the floor. So the pigeon is going to be posing on that with its silver crown.
So you mean like when people get pictures of like their professional pictures of like their family or their pets or whatever?
Or, yeah, like that, but it's just going to be a solid blue. It's going to be powder blue as well. The background will be powder blue, and so will the pigeon. So it'll be very important to make sure that there's enough definition to separate the pigeon from the background. So yeah. So I'm going to work on the background first, which hopefully will not take too long, but I'm thinking the background will be symmetrical, so I'm gonna use symmetry here. I just put some lip balm on and now I feel like there's a hair stuck to it.
There's no cars around me. Like, how am I supposed to get points?
Is it bad that our bit rate's not great?
Yeah, it can be. Unless it's lying.
Okay. It might be lying, I don't know.
Let me check it out. Bitrate. How could our bitrate be bad? It says it's good on my side.
Okay.
I think we had like a moment that was bad, and it like
Ah.
triggered the messages. Yeah, because YouTube's saying the same thing, but it never clears that message. So, hey, if you're watching and the bitrate is shit, let me know. Otherwise, I will keep thinking that it's okay.
This is the hard part about starting some art, especially with digital art. Like, if you keep not liking what you're doing, you can just go undo.
Yeah, wouldn't it be great if life was like that?
It is, but then you kind of get stuck in this. What do you call that?
Oh,
You do something and no, I don't like that. Undo.
so you'd never go anywhere.
This cycle, yeah, a cycle of nope, don't like that. Undo. So there's definitely positives to digital art, but then the drawback is this. The not liking what you just put down on the canvas.
I think I'm in Division 2 actually. Red roof. Red roof inn. Have you ever stayed at a red roof inn?
No.
That dude did a 360, but the race ended, so I didn't get points. 26 isn't great. Hey, but you get to start somewhere. Oh, I won anyway.
I don't know why that didn't do symmetry there.
I'm much happier on Thursdays.
I'm much happier because I don't have to work tomorrow.
Wow. At least tomorrow's Friday. That's what I always say on Thursday. Evil Lib. Everybody's just pushing this guy sideways.
Alright, so this is the paper that he's supposed to be standing on. I keep calling the pigeon a he. I think it's a he. And so the pigeon that I was thinking of that I would be drawing is apparently called a rock pigeon. So that's the most common pigeon that we see in like cities. So like New York City is known for them. Or a rock dove. Do I want symmetry on for that? There we go.
So if you've never seen this game, Martin's Munchies, I've never seen that before. If you've never seen this game before, the object is not to win the race, like by finishing first. It's to get the most points.
There. Didn't want to cooperate with me.
I'm not doing that great here. So you get points by spinning people. That's sort of how it's measured, like that. Oh, I missed him. Nothing. So you get double points if you do stuff to the leader. So I can wait for the leader to go by and then...
Whoa. Trying to make this look slightly more natural.
Oh, I'm dead. It's okay, I got 52 points. I think that'll be enough for a win. Oh no, Barmy Army. Barmy Army beat me. With 52 points, so he didn't beat me. He tied me. My person's name is Stuvie. I don't know why I always choose Stuvie as my player name when I play this game. And so I'm keeping up the tradition.
Wow. I feel like there should be more grays in there.
Oh. I'm not doing too well. Wow, wow, wow.
Wow, wow, wow.
Nothing from that.
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing.
So this is the very not exciting part of doing art on stream.
It's not exciting.
Not exciting. Yeah.
Man, Taxman he's freaking flying around like crazy. Nice, I killed him. Killed him.
Take it easy. Don't like that.
Oh, I can't move. Yeah, your car gets so damaged that you really can't do much. He hit me and I got points. They did it again. Pretty happy with 76.
Okay, I think we'll go with that. A little smudge there.
We're just doing it. Psycho finished first with 99. Barmy Army again. 80. And I had 80. Did I advance? Yes. It's Division 1 time.
New layer.
Yeah, don't forget about your layers. Layers.
How do you spell pigeon?
It's
Pigeon. Pigeon.
No, it's a D. Pidge. Pidgeon.
Okay.
Like widget, but a pigeon. Alright, next season. I got the black roof now. Top division. Look at that cat in that box.
Uh-oh. I just lost all my things there.
Oh no.
Okay. We have to do our questions when you're done with this one.
I can do one real quick. Boop. So we get these random questions. They're like icebreaker questions. I just pulled them from a bunch of sites, and we have like 1,500 of them. And we just randomize and answer them. What's the best book you've ever read and why? Man, that's tough.
Best book I ever read. Yeah, that is a tough one. So, pulled up a picture of a pigeon. I'm gonna move them to my other screen so I can see it. And I no longer need my symmetry, so I can do that. So I'm moving this up because as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I want it to feel like we're really close to the pigeon. And I think that means this needs to be moved up. Hmm. Having trouble here. Oh no.
Best book I've ever read. I like the book Guns, Germs, and Steel. It's a very thought-provoking book about history and how things played out, and really how it had nothing to do with anybody real conscious decisions or genius military strategies or anything like that. It's almost, you can predict it based on where the resources are and where humans sort of start out and where the rivers are and certain geographic advantages. It's a really interesting book. So I'd say that, at least that's what I'm thinking of now. The best book you've ever read, though, is just really depends on your mood in any given day.
I'm having trouble with this one because I feel like different ways about different books.
Yeah, it's the best book you've ever read. Man, I just don't like ranking stuff like the best.
Yeah.
When people tell me, like, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite video game? What's your favorite book? And you have to pick one, screw that. I think we have favorites.
Yeah, we have favorites. So the first thing that came to mind for me, and this is because it's just an easy answer, is The Hobbit by Tolkien. Because that's what prompted my interest in reading in the first place, and I eventually went on and got a degree in English literature because I love to read. But some other thoughts were Their Eyes Were Watching God.
What's the why?
Well, I just explained the why on Tolkien, The Hobbit, because it got me interested in reading in the first place. Got me interested in literature, the English language, and things like that. And of course, the creativity behind it. Their Eyes Were Watching God because Zora Neale Hurston, she's the one who wrote it. Just because it's so thought-provoking, it's also in a sense relatable because it's written by a woman who was raised in the South, so Southern women's literature I have an extreme interest in. But also a good insight into the culture of Black Americans and what they were brought up in during those times. So Their Eyes Were Watching God is based in Eatonville, Florida, which was one of the first Black communities in Florida. So that's a very interesting piece. I love Their Eyes Were Watching God. What else? Yeah, I could list so many more. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out this background. I feel like I didn't place it quite right. And so I want this to be higher up, and it won't let me move it up in color down below it. So how do we do that? Oops.
My car's so messed up, I'm taking a different strategy here. Which is to get my ass kicked, apparently. I was gonna sit in the middle of the intersection and get people to hit me. But it's not working. .22 here is not good, but I did very good in the first one, so the first race. Oh, I don't know how that didn't kill me.
Man, am I gonna spend this whole stream trying to figure this out?
Yeah, it says dropped frames. What's going on?
Oh, what happened there?
Not sure why we're unstable.
Man, we're just having so many problems today, aren't we? Layer?
Now we're good. I don't know. It might not be on our side. It might be on somebody else's. It might be on our ISP.
That guy's so creepy looking.
Most of them are weird looking. They're either ugly or creepy, or a combination of both. Yeah, so excellent connection on YouTube now. I don't think it's not us.
I figured it out.
I don't think there's anything I can do. So if the bitrate goes to shit, I'm really sorry about that. But it's beyond my control.
Saving.
Seems okay now. I don't know. There's somebody trying to hack us. Like, man, it's MermFish people. Okay. So let's see the point standings. I'm still leading. Oh, by a lot. Okay. That's so weird. I wonder why the people in my division are not doing so well. Not that I'm complaining, but usually the psycho guy is the evil David Spade looking guy is really good. Llama face.
Llama face.
Oh, I was gonna do a question.
Okay, Now we're gonna get started on the pigeon. And it's not gonna look right at first. Get in your line.
What?
What do you think of that interpretation?
That's interesting.
I thought it chose a new color. Guess I did not. Okay, so I need enough space for the feet.
I don't know how that wasn't a 360, but okay. Do. I think when I was out of high school. I think it was like right after I graduated. I actually put this CD of this game in my car.
And it actually
It
played?
plays the tracks, yeah. You could do that with a lot of PlayStation games. So that wasn't the weird part. The weird part was I was listening to the music, and I had it loud in my car, and I remember I was like at a red light, and in front of me were like, or I think next to me there were like some teenage girls, and they were like laughing at me because I had this like loud music.
Weird.
Are teenage girls like the meanest people?
I mean, it is like Mean Girls Day, apparently.
I mean, they weren't mean, they were just laughing at me like, he's listening to rave music kind of thing. But the game has good music, okay? Oh, I died. Now bass music and like sort of electronic music is mainstream, but back then you were a weirdo.
Weirdo.
You're like, you listen to a bunch of bass? Now that's all music is. So I did well there. What's my lead at? 150 to 60. Ooh-hoo-hoo. We're getting close to 99. Oh crap, I was gonna do a question. Do I have time? What is your favorite sport to watch and why?
Well, that one's easy for me. Because it's about the only sport that I watch, and that's football.
Football. American
football.
Yeah. American football. Get away from me. Yeah, I mean, I grew up in Pittsburgh, so football is... I mean, I really like hockey, but the games tend to mean less since there's 82 of them in a season for the NHL. So, like, you watch a single game and it's not really impactful. Whereas with the NFL, each game is extremely important. You only get 17 of them.
Did it ask why?
It does ask why, yeah.
Why it's your favorite? Because Christian McCaffrey. No, I'm just kidding. Although that's a pretty good reason. I feel like this pigeon's crossing its legs weird. We'll work on that. Why football?
For you or for me?
For me, I don't know if I have a why other than because you watch it and you enjoy it, and so that's the reason why I watch it too. But there's also like certain players that I really like and just get attached to for no reason. So like Geno Smith, I really like because he shares a name with one of our cats who's now passed away.
Is that why?
That is initially the reason why I liked Geno Smith, yes.
That's interesting.
The St. Browns, Amon-Ra St. Brown and Equiminius, just because I love their names. They have the most awesome names ever.
Were you a fan
Christian
of
McCaffrey?
the Brickishaw
Sorry.
Ferguson?
No. DeBrickashaw. My toes cramping. Christian McCaffrey because he used to play for the Panthers and that's who I root for. Yeah, I have like several little reasons why I would watch. But the main one is because you have an interest in football, so I have an interest in football because you do.
You know, it says what's your favorite sport to watch, but I wouldn't say that football is the best sport to watch live, like in person. The NFL is a great TV product, other than the commercials, which are pretty constant.
Yeah, the commercials.
I mean, I do like watching a soccer game, just because of the non-stop action. I like to see, like, minor league baseball. Live is one of the best. Like, being at the stadium is a really cool atmosphere and kind of chill. And
yeah, I gotta admit, the minor league baseball is pretty awesome.
playoff hockey, Stanley Cup playoff hockey, is probably the most intense, even more than football. You know, I don't find the Olympics that entertaining. I always liked the figure skating. I liked some of the gymnastics, although I don't think I'm as into them as I used to. I love March Madness. I think that's one of the best sports products on TV.
I'm gonna get this line right, guys. So I'm looking at a pigeon here on my laptop screen and then trying to get the line right here.
This is the exciting part.
The exciting part of what?
About your art?
The lines?
Yeah, because you're starting to see, you see it shape, and you see that it's becoming something.
I'm getting a little bit of a delay with my pen.
Could be Mermal.
Ooh. I don't know why my middle toes just decided that it wants to hurt really bad.
Your middle toe?
Yes, my middle toe. How weird is that? I don't know if I had it up against something or what.
You don't want to hurt your toes before you go on hikes.
I don't know.
Man, I'm not getting any points. What's this guy doing? You stay out of my way.
So one of the fun things about digital art is that I'm making all these lines, but that doesn't mean they're set in stone. These are very easy to just go back and decide, nope, that doesn't work for what I wanted. Erase, start over. And you don't have to get rid of the whole canvas.
I got no points for that. Nice. That was huge. I think I'm just gonna finish the race. And just win it. If you win the race, you get 10 extra bonus points. And I'd be pretty happy with 58.
Zooming. Look, there's a pigeon.
It's a pigeon. Now, did you leave enough room at the top for the crown?
I think there'll be enough room.
Okay, I don't know how big of a crown you're talking about. No.
Oh, it's gonna fit his head. But it's not gonna be that tall. It's gonna be like, I don't know. Yeah, I think it'll be
This
enough.
is more like a tiara than like a big...
So it's gonna fit like right here. And it'll be about this big. This is not what the crown is gonna look like. Just so everybody knows.
Control Z. Alright, so there's one more event. And I've clenched. I'm kind of good at this game. Not to toot me own horn, but I'm pretty good at this game.
Toot me own horn.
I'll do a new question. What's the strangest gift you've ever received?
Strangest.
It could be, I'm guessing in a bad way.
Wow.
I'm kind of messing around here since I know it clenched.
There's my pigeon. Okay, so I need an eye.
Psycho's already dead. The inner octopus.
There we go. I think that's good. So let's work on this eye a bit. Gonna work on this eye.
I didn't think I'd beat the game this fast. Did I?
Got distracted, decided to work on the beak.
Credits. Stuvie. Fun game. Strangest GIF I've ever received. You know, my grandparents growing up, they used to go to a shop at like a, it was a place in Western Pennsylvania. I don't know if it existed elsewhere, but it was called Gabriel's. And it had like, it had cheap clothing, but the reason it was cheap, it was typically because there was something wrong with it. They were like slightly defective,
Okay,
like
yeah.
stitches in the wrong place and stuff. And we used to joke that like they'd buy shirts with 3 arms and or only 1 arm, or that smelled weird, or had no back to them. And I think they got us all one Christmas. I think they got all the kids like sweaters from Gabriel's. They called it Gabe's for short.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a pretty strange one. I don't know. To me, strange gift would be something that like you get this and you're like,
What do I do with this?
that you go, thanks.
I guess.
Now try your hand at the ruined monastery.
Okay, so this pigeon has a very bright orange eye. I think I need to go a little brighter.
I would imagine women get more strange gifts than men.
I'm trying to think of what strange gift I would have received.
It's probably from me.
Okay, so I have one that it was, I questioned it at the time, but now that I know the story behind it, it's funny, and I still have this gift.
Oh, I know what this is. Oh, this is so embarrassing.
It was strange when I got it because I didn't understand. So he ordered a piece of art for me, and it was a like sorry. I don't know what you would call this.
I'm gonna let you explain this. I'm not helping you at
Yeah.
all.
Anyway, it's a drawn skull with like flowers and plants and stuff growing out of it. And it's super cute. But down at the bottom, it says your text here. And I guess when he ordered it, he assumed that he would be able to put my name in there, Mermal.
Yeah, I think when I bought it, I said what I wanted there, and it didn't. They just put your text here. So it says your text here on it.
It literally says your text
It
here.
sucks too, because it's a really cool piece of art.
It is so cool. Anyway, I open up this box and I pull it out and I'm like, what? And he kind of looks at me weird and he's like, what? What's wrong? And I'm like, it says your text here. It literally says that on the piece of art. And later, I think we investigated it and found out that where you bought it from, it was actually stolen from the artist. So we did manage to find the real artist of this. But I don't think we could order anything from her online. But I loved the piece so much that it is actually hanging up in my office, and it literally says your text here on it.
Now it has a story to it.
Yeah. Stay out of my lane.
He says way.
Oh.
This is the track you unlock for beating the game. But it seems like the AI doesn't really know how to navigate this.
Maybe. Continue. No.
frame rate really drops in that section for some reason.
Right. Not very talkative tonight. We're focused.
It's a long race. Oh, my car's fucked now.
See if that's too big. Should have zoomed out a bit. Because the eye's too big entirely.
And that's Destruction Derby. I don't think there's anything really else I can do that's cool. You have multiplayer and duel, but it's not really multiplayer. I didn't unlock a new difficulty, did I? I think it's just a 3. Rookie, amateur, pro. Yeah, okay. All right. I need to switch the stream over from art to, well, I don't know if I'm gonna do retro gaming because I don't know what I'm gonna play here. I might just keep it at art because pigeon.
Pigeon.
Because pigeon.
Let's see. Is that any better? We're gonna have to redo all the shading I did.
Who's most likely to get too drunk at the staff party? Neither of us.
Neither
I
of
guess you're more likely than me, but
us. Yeah, but
you won't. Maybe I should play the spiritual successor to this game, which is Wreckfest. Kind of between that or playing the rally game I've been playing, and I'm leaning towards the rally game.
yeah, do that. You seem to be having fun with it.
You can play what you wanna.
You can leave this game behind.
Alright. We need to do some game configuration. I'm not going to use a wheel, I'm going to use a controller. Look at that cat. Alright. Let's turn off this display capture. Yeah, I've been playing the first Dirt Rally for fun. I started playing it when the hurricane was coming through. It was very good distraction, and then now all of a sudden I'm into it.
What was our question? Oh, you already answered that. Okay.
Yeah, who's most likely to get too drunk at the staff party? I think that's just weird.
Yeah, I would never.
Oh, it opened it on the
I
wrong
couldn't even
window.
tell you the last time I had a drink.
Can I move it to the other monitor? Yeah. Will it let me full screen it? Yes, it will. Okay, now to get it to show on. I need to adjust the audio on this.
You know, I've realized that I've colored in this entire pigeon, and I've actually not colored it in.
It just looks like it is.
Yep, because the background. This is what it actually looks like.
So it's a ghost pigeon.
It's a ghost pigeon. No, that's not the color I wanted. There we go.
See, I think I can afford a new car. In the game. Hill climbs? I can't afford one of these hill climb cars. Let's do some hill climbs. Dude, the hill climb is tough. But that might be entertaining.
Well, let's do a new question before you start
I haven't
on
done anything yet.
anything. Okay. What's happening here? I want that color.
Open Championship, Pikes Peak. Alright, new question. Oh my gosh. If you
Bad one.
If you ran the world, what's one thing you'd change? Goodness gracious.
Oh dear.
World peace. God, man, I don't know. There's too much.
Yeah,
There's too
we're
much. I can't even.
getting into the realm of politics, and I don't know if we want
Well,
to.
I mean, it shouldn't be politics, right? But world peace. World peace.
Yes.
We'll just say world peace and move on. It was just one thing you'd change, and we're saying world peace. So I guess it'd be world bad. Do you watch any TV shows that you pretend you don't watch when people ask? No, I don't think I'm like that anymore. I might have been like that when I was a teenager. But I don't have anything that I have to be like, I don't pretend I don't watch it. That's the great thing about being like, okay, so you might say that being old sucks, but you get really comfortable in your own skin.
Yeah.
And when you're a teenager, maybe early 20s, you're kind of like, I don't want to be seen as weird. I don't want people to think I'm a freak.
That's so funny because when I was a teenager, I wanted people to think I'm weird.
At least,
I feel like that was a very millennial thing.
yeah,
though.
but what kind of weird, right?
Cute weird, of course.
You don't want people to think you're something. You're worried about assumptions that people make based on things you like. So if you hang around with people, they might think you're like them, and you might not be anything like them. Once you get 30, people just don't give a shit anymore, I don't think. So do you watch any TV shows that you pretend you don't watch when people ask? People don't even ask me what I watch. That's what I'm talking about. It's like people just don't care.
Yeah. So the answer is no.
Yeah, it is a yes or no question, isn't it? That's pretty bad. It's not a good icebreaker question if it's yes or no. What after-school activity did you quit as a kid and why? Multiple. My parents didn't really like that I wanted to just be at home and play video games. So they're like, hey, you gotta try basketball, and you gotta try.
You played
Yeah,
basketball?
I played basketball. I tried to for a season.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you gotta swim, and you gotta be in a band, and I quit all those things. So.
I quit cross-country running in high school because I came from a different school than everyone else, and so I didn't know anybody, first of all, and then when I tried to get to know some people, they were all very like cliquey and, you know, exclusionary. And I did not like that, so I was like, fuck it. And just didn't go back.
Yeah, the last place I wanted to be after school was school. I did not like school. Okay, so I get practice runs. See, the thing about these hill climbs is you don't have a co-driver. You don't get pace notes.
Oh.
So you don't really know what's coming up. Which is really scary. Because this car's fast. So we're going to do some practice runs. Hit the start at speed. Okay. What's my res at? It feels weird. Resolution. Custom? Custom refresh rate? I'm going to assume that's correct. It's probably a bad assumption. Oh my gosh.
So I'm going through and thinning up this line a bit. And seeing if I can get it super light. I wonder if I can just do that.
Oh,
Because
death.
I said this pigeon's going to be the same color as the background, right? I think that's what we want to do.
I'm out of control.
I just love the people standing right there like they're not going to get hit.
You know what's crazy is they do that in real life. Yeah, I think it's crazy.
Yeah. A pedestrian just got hit in our city. And this is a common occurrence, so like, no way would I just be standing on the side of a rally race.
Well, at least the drivers are professional. Oh, shit. Yeah, I need a co-driver, please. Can I get a co-driver?
I can't help you, sorry.
At least this is just a practice run.
Oh, so you're doing a practice run before the real race so you can make your own, like, notes?
Yeah, like I'm gonna remember this.
Well, you should.
I might remember certain tricky parts, but usually it takes me a few times to memorize a track, and then this one, it being a hill climb, is just...
So there we go. So this is my outline. Now I'm going through it and just like really defining the outline, and then we can go in and color it. I just wanted to get the eye in there because I thought it was really cool. And some good detail for how we're going to work on things going forward. So one of the difficult things about this is that GIMP is the program. GIMP does not like it when I turn the image. So I can rotate this image if I want to, but GIMP freaks out about it and starts slowing down. So it makes it a little bit difficult that I can't rotate the image in the program.
I had no idea that was going to be a hairpin. I didn't remember.
The gear shifting sounds really weird. Sounds like
That's
Star
a turbo.
Wars. Okay. Star Wars, somebody shooting a, what would you call that?
A blaster.
Yeah. Set blasters on full.
Oh, it rocks. I'm stuck. Somebody push me.
So I'm making this really difficult for me. I can already tell that it's going to be kind of difficult.
This is very difficult.
I'm talking about my art, thanks. Because it's powder blue and it matches the background, it's going to be incredibly difficult to work in the detail there without making it super dark. Like, I can barely tell what I'm erasing between these two colors. Alright, there we go. So it'll become more defined as I start putting in the actual feathers and everything, because I want to get really detailed with this. Like, I really want you to pay attention to the pigeon that's here.
I'm trying to do a really hard racing thing here. It's really hard to pay attention to the pigeon.
I'm not talking to you specifically.
What animal best represents you today and why?
Pigeon. No, I'm just kidding. Mooting the hippo. Have you seen the pictures and stuff of mooting?
Why is it? Okay, so that represents you today. Why?
Because she's feral. Nah, I'm pretty calm today. Maybe the baby. How about one of my favorite animals? The shit, I forgot what they're called. What's an animal that represents you? Let me think. Okay. Puffin. Because they're pretty chill.
You're puffing today.
I had a pretty good day. I'm a
because
puffin
they're chill.
today. Yeah.
The first thought for me was an owl.
Today, because you're the wise old man.
Wise old man. Let me tell you about wise things and wisdom.
He does try to tell me about wise things and wisdom.
I don't know. That was the first thing that came to my mind, so the why is a problem. I don't know if it's deep. It's just like when I read the question, the first thing I thought of was an owl.
Okay.
Alright, so we do another run.
Doing another run.
I don't know if it's like an average of your runs or the best. Maybe I can do better. I could certainly do worse.
Practice makes perfect. By the end of this piece, I'm going to be so tired of powder blue that I'll never want to see this color again.
The car's very bouncy. So I'm trying to get used to the car as well as learn the track.
I have to remember I can't erase this because there's an actual color here. So those circles were just there to kind of indicate the joint of where that wing attaches. So there is, I decided not to participate in it because I was already feeling overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that I'm doing in my life. But you know, like with, is it November where you write, what is that called?
National.
NaNoWriMo, yeah. There is now a thing called Inktober, and it's just like art prompts through October for you to kind of get creative and draw something with ink. It's suggested it should be ink, but somebody at work is doing it in on her iPad and just doing like the black outline and then coloring it in.
That was much better. That was actually faster than the leader at the last. Is it an average? No, it's your best run of 2. So I finished 3rd. I'll take that. Absolutely. So what month is it? Is it in October? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No. Thought I selected
Yeah,
it.
every year I think about doing NaNoWriMo again. But man, they picked the worst month to do it. Like,
Yeah, it's not easy to do it because of the holidays coming up and
yeah, it's the beginning of the months where you start feeling like shit and tired at night. And they're like, you know what? Write a novel.
you know what? Let's add to the pressure. Write a novel.
I've never regretted doing it though. So even if you don't finish,
Yeah.
you get something out of it. I was only 6.6 seconds back. I'll take that. That was really hard. I was taking it a little easy because I didn't want to like get stuck on the rocks and have people help me again, but
Do people actually come out and help you in this game?
it's simulated. No, you don't see them do it, but that actually happens.
Okay,
That
that's
actually
cool.
happens in rally racing. People
Yeah, I mean, I knew that,
There's
but
another.
I didn't know they built that into this
Yeah, I have
game.
another rally racing game that's older called Richard Burns Rally, which is even harder than this, if you can imagine. And that one does show people like putting the car back onto the track.
That's cool.
I only got 14,000 credits for that.
Our cat's being funny in that box. I don't know why she's decided tonight that the box is the place to be.
I forgot, I don't even have the upgrades on this car, do I?
So if you had the upgrades, would you have done better?
Most certainly, yeah. So
I'm literally over here turning the pad here because GIMP will not let me turn the image in the program.
this is the second section, so they split it up. So it's still 100% asphalt, which is nice. It's not my fault, it's asphalt.
What an ass.
What's your most annoying quality or habit? No, we're not doing each other's. It's what you think.
No, I was thinking of what you would think my
No.
most annoying quality or
It'd
habit
be
is.
annoying to you, I think, is what I mean. Quality or habit.
I can tell you what I think is annoying about me, and that's the ADHD, where I feel like I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this thing, and then I sit down to do this thing, and my brain goes, nope, you're gonna do something else. And then 15 minutes later, oh my god, I'm gonna do this thing that I said I was gonna do.
It's just a practice run. I think it's prudent to do practice runs. At least with this kind of thing.
How about this one as an annoying quality? Sometimes I panic about things and ask for help or ask questions that I could have easily answered myself if I had just calmed the fuck down. That's pretty annoying. And I think that's annoying to other people.
I'll have to tell you what mine is after a practice run. Man, that's a blind hairpin coming up. Yeah, there's no way I could brake in time.
So we'll work on those lines as we go. I'm actually really liking this. How you can just barely see. Like especially up here, barely see the line of his head.
Man, that should have been my regular one. I think it was fast. Okay, so most annoying quality or habit. It's probably like a tendency to stop talking in the middle of sentences. So I have apparently I do this thing where, and it's probably already noticeable on stream. This stream I've probably done it like 3 times, where I'll be talking about something and I'll just stop talking about it mid-sentence. And it's because I started thinking about something in my head, and really that's more important. And so I'm like, you know what? I don't have time to talk out loud about this. This is more important to think about in my head.
You haven't done that in a while, actually, or else I just don't notice it as much
You're saying
anymore.
a finished sentence. Maybe my most annoying quality is I talk too much now.
No. No, part of me thinks that maybe I've gotten so used to you doing that that I'll actually finish your sentences for you. But that's also an ADHD thing, and so it's not a great trait that I do that. But it works between you and me because you won't finish your sentences and I'll just finish them for you.
Teamwork.
Makes the dream work.
Alright, I'm starting a real run. Let's see. There were a lot of hairpins.
One of the important things about this is that I want to make sure I don't get too far outside the lines that I've already drawn. Because I don't want my pigeon to look kind of bloated.
Blind tightening turns are really... That's really tough.
Looks like we made it. You know, now that I'm thinking about this, I think this is only the second bird I've ever drawn. You know, besides the ones that you do with the in black as they're flying in the sky. So I have these watercolor books that teach you how to watercolor. And I did a bird for a friend of mine that we called a borb because it was orby. I don't know if people ever notice this when I'm working on digital art, but I move my pen back and forth as if I'm actually coloring something in real life, and I don't think you need to do that with digital art. I think it's kind of useless to do that. But I'm just like, I've done physical art for so long that it's kind of hard to break the habit. Same thing with how much pressure I put down on the tablet. I put too much pressure on the tablet as if it's going to change something, and it's not. It'll change the size, but it reaches a point where you can't push anymore and it won't do anything.
Man. Messed up the last turn, but that was at least faster than everybody else.
What time is it? Let's see the pigeon. Oh, he looks good. I actually really like that I chose that color, too. To outline it. Because it's very faint. but enough that you can see there's an outline on the pigeon. Oh, that's a good thing I did that. I must have erased something. Let's go in there and color it.
That eye's pretty cool.
Thanks.
You know, pigeons are smart.
They are very smart.
Alright, I'm gonna repair and then do run number 2. See if I can better it.
So why didn't we choose pigeon as the animal we relate to today?
I don't know. Don't feel like a pigeon.
Should have done another question before you did that.
Well, you know, sometimes you have to think about what you're doing.
Okay.
Trying to be a little bit more aggressive. I'm not sure it's working out. So I know that hairpin's coming around that corner, but I'm like being like still careful about it.
So this right here. Did I do that right? Yeah. Is like one of its back toes. So it's behind this leg here. And likely I'll come back and fix this because it's really, pigeon's toes are not that rounded. But a lot of this can just serve as a placeholder for now. Come back and fix it up.
It was better. 3 seconds better. And I'm almost 7 seconds better than the guy in second.
Upgrade alert.
Yeah, 90% progress towards being able to do things with the setup. That could help. So now I'm guessing they're gonna make us do section 3. Yep. New question. What's something that doesn't deserve the hate it gets? Trying to think of something that gets a lot of hate.
I'm drawing a blank here. A lot of celebrities?
I know something for you, but I
Okay.
disagree. And that's candy corn.
Yes. It doesn't deserve the hate.
You know,
I like a lot of old-timey candies that people don't like, I think, so.
that's what I'm thinking about as food. My first thoughts were food and music, like bands and stuff. But I'm not going to defend Nickelback on here. And I'm not going to defend Imagine Dragons.
Matchbox 20 was one of those, and I liked Matchbox
I don't know
20.
that people are like hating on Matchbox 20 now.
They didn't like the lead singer.
They didn't like
for
that it
some
was
reason.
mainstream and it was overplayed. The same with like
Yeah,
Hootie
sure,
and the
but
Blowfish.
I really liked Matchbox 20.
Those seem to be the two things that people are most passionate about. Is
Yeah.
music and food. Doesn't deserve the hate it gets. Do people still hate rap music?
Not that I know of. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who hate it, but
Practice run.
looks like we hate it.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of things that deserve the hate they get anyway. It's just on it.
Yes.
Oh, there's a cliff. Some fast sections. They got me really nervous too.
How about this? I have a good one. child-free people get so much hate for some reason. It's very strange. It's very strange.
They get hate or just like...
Yes. Especially right now in the political realm. It's very strange why people don't like child-free people.
Well, the question was something, so I didn't want to think about people.
Okay, you didn't want to think about people. Well, I was thinking more along the lines of celebrities get a lot of hate, which I don't think is necessary, and... I'm going ahead and slimming this down a little bit.
Goodness, this section is so fast. And then there's a hairpin out of nowhere. I don't trust this hill at all. So that was a practice run. Okay, I learned some things. There's a lot of fast sections, followed by hairpins with no warning. That's scary. What's something that doesn't deserve the hate it gets? People hate sports. I think it's weird. There's a lot of people that hate sports. I think it's because there's like it's like leftover angst from like teenage years where like, if you think about it, like high school, like...
Oh, I see, where you had those clicks.
Yeah, and they get all the attention too, and a lot of the money.
Yes, and that's still
a lot
the
of the
case.
popularity. And so I think there's a big sect of people that grow up hating sports because they hated the people that participated in them. And I think it's kind of weird too, because people hate on it. Like, I know a lot of people. It's funny because jocks, like people who are jock people, would hate on nerds.
Yeah.
Or that were like playing like Magic the Gathering or like video games. Even when I was growing up, certainly video games were not quite mainstream yet. So like people who are in the sports probably didn't play a whole lot of video games. Probably saw people like that as nerds or geeks, especially if they're playing like role-playing games, Dungeons and Dragons stuff. But the funny thing about that is that they're both games. They're both participating in games, both groups.
Yep.
So if you like video games a lot and you hate sports, it's a game. They're doing the same thing you're doing, just physically. And it's not like sports aren't a mental game either. I think that's probably the coolest thing about sports, right? Is the strategy. I mean, the athleticism is amazing, but like, you can appreciate the strategy of sports at any level. Like, what are you doing? Why would you call timeout? Alright. And then watch people play Magic the Gathering. What are you doing? Why would you play that card? It's so stupid. I like sports and video games because I like games.
Entertainment. Why is that song stuck in my head?
Man. It's like you know there's a hairpin coming up, and like you just... You slow down a little too early because you're like, I'd rather not die. Some of them don't even have guardrails. That's usually the dead giveaway, is like... Get it, dead giveaway?
Get it? Yeah.
Oh, I almost went. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Oh no. Recover. It's alright. Nobody saw that. Definitely not as good as my practice run, which kind of sucks. It's crazy how you're just guessing based on like... Oh no! Oh, that was bad. I guessed wrong.
You guessed wrong, and they're like, nope, you died. Back to the start.
Yeah, it teleported me because it was like, yeah, you're not going to find your way back. Look at those freaking boulders. Reminds me of the roads in Costa Rica. I still don't want to get too aggressive here.
Okay, we're getting there. I think I've made some pretty good progress on this, considering I just started it today.
Dang. If it weren't for that one moment, I probably would have been decent. Instead, I'm 22 seconds back.
Oh,
I lost
dear.
15, I think, with the teleport.
Yep.
This will probably be the last one.
Yeah, our cat alarm over here is telling us that it's almost
If
time.
you had to eat one meal every day for the rest of your life, what would it be and why? Man, all 3 like meals of the day?
That's kind of depressing.
My game froze? Okay. I locked up there for a second.
No, okay, so I gotta work on this. I didn't like the way it was in the first place. But these legs are tripping me up. Get it? So I think probably next time I'll work on this, getting this sorted out. Because I like how skinny this leg looks right here. Because you know birds have bird legs.
That was a little bit lucky, but a little bit bad. Mostly bad.
Mostly dead. Whoa.
Man.
Okay. We are getting there. See how we look.
I think I did it. I actually flipped. I went like this. And still had the best time. Oh, the leader had an. I don't know that it matters, but
Oh.
I think he beat me because his first run was a 3:08. So I finished
Oh.
second. But his second run was 11 minutes. So I don't know. He got a little aggressive on that second run.
11 minutes? And he's still... Oh, because he had the lowest time.
Yeah, it's just your
Okay.
best of 2.
There's a cat hair hanging off my mic.
Alright, advanced setup is now available. Now we're working on weight reduction stage. Yeah, if I could get to third, first, second in the championship. And I've been promoted.
Okay, so what's the meal that we would like to eat for the rest of our lives?
Mine's weird because I'm thinking about like what I would be willing to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because if it was just dinner, my answer would be different. But because it's... Is my health fine? Like, is it my health guaranteed?
Yeah, let's make assumptions that your health is going to be fine even if you eat this for the rest of your life.
Then a meal would be like a breakfast. I would do breakfast. I would do like
So eggs, bacon,
I
hash
might
browns,
do
that
like
type
a
of thing?
bacon, egg, and cheese. Or bacon,
Really?
onion, cheese, maybe green pepper omelet with a side of pancakes.
Okay, I'm really surprised you answered that way because I really thought you would answer turkey dinner.
For breakfast?
Yeah, I don't think I would eat breakfast.
If you
for
told
the
me
rest of my life.
it's one meal for dinner, then turkey dinner, yeah. I would say
Okay.
Thanksgiving turkey dinner I could eat every day. I don't think I'd get sick
Yeah.
of that. I'd be like, nice. Mashed potatoes.
So the only one that's coming to my mind is... No, nothing's coming to mind. I was thinking like a steak. You know how we get at Ted's, the steak and the side of sliced tomatoes and then a side of green beans? That's what I was thinking. Ted's steak. Ted Montana Grill is what it is. My other thought was chicken and dumplings made by my mom, but it's kind of bland. It's a very bland meal,
Yeah,
but it's so good. I want a little bit more flavor in my life every day.
that's why I think the breakfast is decent because it's like at least you're getting something sweet with pancakes, I think, and you're
Mm-hmm.
also getting something salty.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know. What's it like, Melly, to eat only the same thing every
Oh
day?
yeah. All right, Mermal. So you're not gonna. I'm
All
gonna have to
right.
stream without you on Saturday, huh?
Yep. I'm gonna be in the woods.
I think you were far more interesting on the stream today than I
Was
was.
I
Yeah, drawing a bird. People were probably like, dude.
drawing a
People are
bird?
like, dude, there's a lady drawing a bird. What the hell? Like, what the
Tune
hell's that guy
in.
doing down there? He's just driving cars around.
Tune in next week when I continue on this
And
bird.
that's the good. Yeah,
Eventually,
Tuesday.
this pigeon will have, yes, next Tuesday. Eventually, this pigeon will have a silver crown. So keep tuning in.
Okay.
Okay.
So you'll see Mermal again on Tuesday, but you'll see me on Saturday. So if you're interested in watching just a gaming session, no art. I can't do art.
Yes, you can if you put your mind
You
to
want me
it.
to try and do art on Saturday?
Sure.
I can't do it for 2 hours, but maybe I could draw something stupid. Nah, I'll probably play games all day Saturday. So join me if you want to. It'll be Saturday afternoon. All right, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Check out our YouTube channel because it's got all our past stream videos, which are still relevant and fun to watch. Um, and give us comments. Tell us what you think. Tell us what we're good at, what we're not good at. It helps. And that's it, Mermal.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.